Buying gold bullion 2024 is upon us, and it's got me thinking, if I was to start buying gold again and essentially do a gold reset, what would I buy if I was to start stacking gold bullion again? Okay, so 2024, the new year is upon us, but this video is timeless because it can change your opinion on how and what you should stack when it comes to the yellow metal that is gold bullion. And the new year has got me thinking, what would I stack regarding the yellow metal if I was to start purchasing gold bullion from today? Now, I have to go on this fact from my own experience of what I've learnt, the mistakes I've made, and what and how I've bought the yellow metal that is gold bullion. I've definitely made some failures throughout my time of purchasing gold. I've paid much higher prices than I should have, specifically for buying direct from the Royal Mint, for example. But having now moved on and bought several more pieces of gold bullion, I feel much more experienced in knowing what would be a better buy to start my stacking journey regarding gold bullion. Okay, so if you're watching this far into the episode, consider staying till the very end because I've got some important information I think may be beneficial to you if you're a subscriber of Future Investments. Now, what have I bought historically? Well, I've got a very diversified investment stack when it comes to the yellow metal. I've got gold bars, as you can see, Royal Mint gold bars from 5 gram to 1 gram. I've got quarter ounce, 1 ounce, and 1 kilogram coins as well. A very, very vast and diversified stack, which I think is great to have. However, knowing what I know now, I think I would definitely purchase more of some stuff and less of others. Now, historically, I have bought at all ranges of different prices. Some of them I've got at very good prices and some of them at not so good prices either. When I used to start stacking, I remember very vividly, I used to wait for the price of gold to drop before I made a purchase of gold bullion. Now, when I look back at this, I find this quite amusing because at the time I was starting my journey buying 1 gram gold bars and 1 ounce silver coins. And really at that value, I don't see it particularly being detrimental to your purchase, give or take the price at the current time. However, maybe if you're paying much more capital into the asset that is gold bullion, then maybe it would be slightly more advantageous to consider the prices at the time. I have in the past made extremely large purchases of gold bullion in the thousands of pounds in a single purchase. So maybe at that specific point, it might be more wise to look at the price point. But however, I now really don't try to look at that because I'm investing in gold as a wealth preservation device for a long-term hold. So I don't get too caught up in those price changes, whether there's rallies or dips in the gold price. I tend to just buy it when I'm financially capable and willing to buy it. Okay, so let's move on to starting again buying gold in 2024. What, why, and how much? Let's start with what first. Well, if I was to start stacking gold bullion again, I have no question my go-to purchase would not be 1 gram gold bars. It wouldn't even be 5 gram gold bars. I would love it to be 1 ounce Gold Britannia coins, but that's just too much capital in single purchases and I can't justify that. So if I was to start buying again on a gold reset, on a new journey of investment, I would simply go for quarter ounce Gold Britannias, simply because I love them. I think they're fantastic precious metals to stack. Not only are they a fractional gold, which makes it rather affordable to invest on, let's say, a monthly basis. If you're looking at picking up a quarter ounce Gold Britannia, you're looking at between £430 to £460, depending on if you buy second hand or direct from bullion dealers. And the weight of that quarter ounce is 7.7 grams of 24 karat bullion, and I'm really happy with that weight. I think Purchasing 7.7 grams of 24 karat bullion on a maybe month by month purchase is a really affordable and great way, for me at least, to build up a consistent stack to preserve my wealth against that inflation. So the answer to the what would be quarter ounce gold Britannias. They're my favourite weight of precious metal, not only for the value, but also for the weight that you can pick them up as well. Now, why? On to the next category. Why? Well, I would pick up quarter ounce gold Britannias because they're affordable. They're an affordable value. They run very low premiums and they're a great weight for the value. You do tend to get high premiums when you purchase any weight of gold bullion below that ounce weight. But when you move on to quarter ounce gold Britannias, I personally feel like, for me at least, they're a very happy medium balanced precious metal. I'm not getting stung on those big premiums that you do get on maybe the 1 gram gold bars or even the 5 gram gold bars. And also, it's an affordable value for me. If I was to look at purchasing a 1 ounce gold Britannia, it's looking at £1,700. That's an awful lot of money. And for most people, to do that on a monthly basis or to try and dollar cost average your way into an asset like that, it's pretty unrealistic and affordable for the average person. So for me, the why is because quarter ounce gold Britannias are an affordable value, they're a low premium, and they're a great weight for the value. Hence making it a very popular coin, not only for myself, but for many other precious metal stackers as well. Moving on to the next reason, how much? How would I purchase these quarter ounce gold Britannias? Would I worry about the bull runs? Would I worry about the rallies of the gold price going up? Or would I try and wait for the dip where gold has a lower price point? Well, for me, I would personally try and dollar cost average my way into those quarter ounce gold Britannias. I feel like I could afford to do that on a monthly basis. We're looking at around £450 for a 7.7 gram quarter ounce gold Britannia. I feel like you could, with me at least, buy that on a month by month basis on the same period of each month. So therefore you could actually dollar cost your way in on an average basis to purchasing those quarter ounce gold Britannias. Therefore giving you a very good average price over a long term purchasing period. Sometimes you're going to be buying high, sometimes you're going to be buying low. But if you can afford to do that on a regular dollar cost averaging basis, it's going to be a really affordable and smart way of investing in gold bullion, not only on a regular basis, but to give yourself the opportunity to buy it at a price point that is good for you. I do want to mention, however, I think if you're stacking gold bullion, like most people, for the long term, in my case, 2 to 3, maybe even 4 decades at the longest point, I think that if you do decide to buy gold at a higher price point in time, it's not that crucial to your investment, because at the end of the day, you're holding it for such a long period of time. It's not really the price point you're looking at, it's the wealth preservation that's important. You're trying to preserve your capital against that inflation. And I am a big believer that it's better to have time in the market rather than trying to time the market. So that would be my what, why and how much. Quarter ounce gold Britannias because they're an affordable value on a low premium, a great weight for the value, and you can dollar cost average your way in to that investment or picking up some nice weights of gold bullion throughout the year. Now, some key points I'd love to make to this topic today is diversification is key. For me, I do already have a diversified stack, so me going forward, if I was to continue only buying quarter ounce gold Britannias, that wouldn't really matter to me because I do already own a diversified stack. But I do think diversification is key to not only cover your chance of risk, but to also spread your potential chance of yielding greater results. It's another way as well of budgeting, dollar cost averaging your way in to a precious metal, whether it's a 1 gram, 5 gram, quarter ounce, or even a 1 ounce. Everybody's different. This plan would work for me, but it doesn't necessarily mean it would work for you. But purchasing gold bullion on an average dollar cost basis really helps you budget and save that money. I would also say try not to live a champagne lifestyle on a lemonade wage. Be very honest with yourself and think, what can I actually afford to invest in comfortably and safely on a regular basis. Try not to live up to what other people are doing, because it's not what other people are doing that is important. It's about your personal portfolio and investment plan. Once you figure out what you can afford and what you want to be able to purchase, then that's going to work much better for you. And like I said, finally, this is a form of saving, and this particular plan works for me, but it doesn't necessarily mean it would work for you. I hope you've enjoyed this video. This has been a topic of buying gold. What would I buy if I was starting again? Essentially, a gold reset. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I've enjoyed filming it. And until next time, I'll see you all in the very next episode. Okay, so thank you ever so much for staying till the end of the episode. I really appreciate how valuable your time is. Now, I just want to announce that on the YouTube system of channel memberships, you can join Future Investments as a premium future investor. Not only will it give you access to behind the scenes content, you'll get priority replies to comments, and every single channel member will be automatically entered into a monthly draw to receive prizes. Recently, our very first winner was 365 Days of Silver. He won a 1,000th ounce 24 carat New Hampshire gold back. So for your chance to be entered into these monthly giveaway draws, all you need to do is be a channel member.